and just constantly pushing myself and like working myself to the bone was not good. And it definitely took a toll on like not only physical but like mental health.
What's up guys, it's Cassie here and welcome back to my channel.
Hi guys.
Hey everyone, it's Cassie here. Hey.
Hello, it's Cassie. It's been a minute.
Hi guys, I'm Cassie Diamond and I'm gonna tell you the story of when I walked away.
Hey everyone, it's Clay Cupcake Store here, and while I got the popping cooking today, still trying to figure out which ones are going to which people, and these are really expensive, $34.
How I started was I was like a really bored middle schooler. In my room, I was homeschooled for like half of my life, which I feel like most people didn't know. I was like very shy, very timid, but I loved watching YouTube videos, and it just like was something that I really wanted to do, but I was literally so shy, so I like hid it away. It would be like in my room making little crafts and like videos of dolls. The randomest things. I was kind of like gaining a little bit of traction here and there from making craft videos. But then when I changed to lifestyle, just one day, it was like the end of high school and all of a sudden it just clicked. One big video was a collab that I did with one of my best friends, Caroline Tucker, who's also a YouTuber. And we did like 10 types of girls at school was this video, I think it was called. It was giving like High School Musical, like just neon colors everywhere and just what you like would think a high school show would be, or at least in my mind, considering again I was literally like homeschooled for most of my life. And I don't know how, I guess I tricked the system because that video did well, and that's kind of how like my career started. It just like took off from there. I hit like 100,000 subscribers and then 200,000 subscribers, and then it was just up and up, and I don't even know how it happened. It was just like a blink of an eye, and literally like my dream came true. It was insane. Yeah, I started off by making little clay charms. I pretty much just like found this community online. I really, even now to this day, have been into like Japanese, anything from Japan, and I found these videos of people making them, and I was like, that seems fun and cool. So I did that, and then my friends at school, they were like, oh, how do you do that? And so I was like, well, I'll make a little tutorial. So I filmed it on an iPad Touch, and then I also filmed like on my camera's like webcam. It was so blurry, and eventually like I saved up after a while and bought a camera, but I guess you really don't need anything too crazy to start.
So I'll just give you an overview. And yeah, thanks for watching everyone. Bye!
How focused was I on building a fandom? It was one of those things where I just did it for fun and because I enjoyed it. It kind of happened around that time period of when I had like my first viral video. And then again, like people just started viewing it. And I was really shocked at first. Like I really was like, why are people watching this? In the very beginning, I loved like Jenna Marbles and Brittany Taylor, Bethany Moda, and Alicia Marie. Like all of the highlighter neon girly era, like lifestyle girls, like My Life is Ava, like Aspen Ovard, like those were all my icons, and I like looked up to them so much. I was going to college. This is like end of like 2016. I was like, all right, like I'm doing my YouTube thing, but over that summer, I had like my viral moment. I was gaining followers. I actually was like, am I gonna just like continue going to school? Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but my mom actually was like, girl, like quit school and just like do this YouTube thing, like ride the wave. Thankfully, I listened to her advice because here I am now. I actually graduated high school a little bit early. I was like 17 and a half when I started college. And then when I stopped, I was like 18 and a half. I was born with a heart condition, congenital defect, and so I have had like 2 open heart surgeries. One was when I was a baby, and then one was when I was 15 actually. Honestly, the era of like when I was getting into YouTube, like I was filming YouTube at that time. It definitely had challenges.
The next question comes from the Crafty Unicorn, and they ask, were you scared about your surgery? I've had 2 open heart surgeries.
Especially because I look so normal. It's like one of those things where people like assume that you're like totally fine, but I don't know why I even thought that. It's like something that I'm now like very proud of, and like I'm like, yes, I've been through that. In the beginning, I was just shocked, like again, that people were even watching, even 10 people watching a video. I was like, that's insane. And then it became like 100, and then like 10,000. It almost felt like a report card, like in my mind, where it's like, okay, if I'm getting good views, then I'm doing good. But if I'm getting bad views, then I'm clearly doing bad. So it would kind of affect me like so drastically. I definitely feel like there was competitiveness like everywhere on YouTube. Sometimes you'd post the same video as another creator on the same day, and people in the comments would be like, oh my god, like you copied this person, how dare you? And it's like, how could I even make a video on the same day and like edit it and post it? Like crazy. So there was always that thing of like, I want to have my own ideas that like no one else is doing, or this like, you know, I'm gonna start this trend. So it was definitely competitive, but I feel like I was never competitive with like my friends and other creators. I just was like, I want to be just as good as them. I was kind of posting less. It was very sporadic all over the place. It was like my personal like mental health just like got destroyed by, one, I got cheated on. My cat, she was a part of the channel for so long, Evie, she had passed away like literally so abruptly. It was actually crazy because she passed away of like heart failure. That was like a time period where I was like, all right, this is not happening. Like I need a moment. So I definitely took a bit of a break. So then 2022 rolled around. It was like the beginning of 2022. I was like, all right, I'm getting back into my YouTube stuff. And I had a roommate at the time that was from England, and we were super, super close. And he was like, hey, like, what if we like move to the UK? And I was like, all right, like, let's do it. One day our two friends came to visit us from America. So we went to like a fashion show. We were having our moment. We were all dressed very nice. And then we ended up going out to a gay bar after. We were having our moment, like having fun. We were like, all right, let's go eat our McDonald's with a view. We have some drinks in our system. We're feeling good. Literally 9 people who were dressed all in black. They like ran up to us, and then they just got violent and started like beating us up. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, I was traumatized. Like my friends got beat up. I got beat up. Again, took everything we had. It's like 2 a.m. at this point. We have nothing. My friend and I were like 2 hours away from our apartment because there was like no trains at that point when we like finally were trying to get home. Thankfully, there was some nice people who ended up helping us, but it was like one of the most traumatizing things that I had ever been through. I was having just like terrible PTSD after. I was having like panic attacks, and then I was like paused because I had this crazy traumatic thing happen to me, and that's when I walked away. I do plan on making my return to YouTube. I know it's been 3 years and I can't believe it's been that long, but I feel like I've had the time to heal and grow into a version of myself that the internet has never seen, and I'm really excited to finally share that. And again, I feel like it's gonna be more raw in who I actually am. I wanna talk about all the imperfections. I wanna be my real self. Not that I wasn't ever my real self, but I feel like for so long I was like, I can't be on the internet because things are not perfect, and I wanted to be this certain way. Then I just started realizing like the more content I would listen to of like other influencers talking about struggles that they went through, I was like, wait, this is literally why I started. It's for this community. It's for feeling happiness and for making content that feels good and it makes people smile. And like, that's what made me smile. And I feel like even for the past few years, like, not having YouTube in my life, I felt like something's kind of missing from me. It's something where I was like, did that actually make me happy? Like, do I want to be doing this? And having that time away has really made me realize like, yes, it's something that I love. I feel like my idea of success has changed so much, again, especially in the last 3 years, kind of just stepping away and not having that like number of success determine who I am. I feel like success is doing what you love and what feels good and what feels true to you, that lights your soul up. Like, that is success that I'm looking for. And I feel like I've already been doing things that like light my soul up and make me happy when it comes to content creation. If I can make at least like one person in the world smile, like that's literally success to me. So I'm just excited for that. What do I feel when I see my old content? I feel like I look back at it it, not like super often, but when I do, it's very like fond and I'm very like nostalgic of it. I love that there's like time capsules of pretty much each era of myself. It's like basically a diary of like me growing up. One thing I wish I could tell my younger self is literally to stay true to yourself and listen to your heart, listen to your gut, and you know what's best for you. What you want is what's going to be the thing that's the most fulfilling, not what other people are like feeding into your head. So just stay true to yourself, girl, because that's why they liked you in the beginning. I definitely am excited for my return. I've already been in the stages of planning, so yeah, I'll be back.